Thank you all for coming and watching. I am Brandon. Let's continue with the 9Q series. Today we're just going to focus on strong groups again. Find out if this person is going to be as aggressive as the last 9Q we played. And normally approaching a 3-4 is more important than approaching a 4-4 because the 3-4 can enclose a corner in one move while a 4-4 requires two moves. So we could run out here and it starts this fight, or I prefer to keep it simple. So I'll keep this counter pincer, where if he blocks here, I make a base. I can still live here, so he has to play another move here. And even if he plays another move here, I can still approach here and threaten to run this out. But instead he chose not to do that, so I can live here later. At this point, this corner is not the biggest move. We could enclose this corner, which is pretty big, but then he'll play something over here. So I think approaching on the side is better. I'd say approach low. You don't want to be too close. And if he does something like this, then we're okay. We can just ghost back here, and even though it's low, it's good enough. So I could just back off here. I can pincer. And here I think I'm gonna pincer. If I pincer, he runs out, I get to go here. If he pushes or anything, then I'm just making more points here while he stays weak. We can also go high here, which high is better for attacking, but worse for points. And because this is a 4-4, I think it's a little bit better to go high here. Low is also good. So he probably should have ran out. We get to build a wall here, and now we probably wish this was a little bit higher, because now he can shoulder hit here to push us down, but we could always fight back. And we should get Sente here, because playing a move here, or if he extends one more time and we block and then we get to play here, it's really big on the side. But so far this person seems a lot calmer than the last person we played. So we could approach here. He'll probably kick, we go up, but then he can press us down, which doesn't feel good when you have this wall here. We can just go somewhere around here to make this points, but again with the wall here it feels like we want more than that. So I'm just going to jump up here, and if he invades then we get to use this wall to attack, which is also good. Allowing him to push here kind of limits what we could do, so I'm going to extend at least once. There's this tiger's mouth here, which I don't really like. We'll keep growing this area. If we push here, then he can block here because we can't push and cut. This move doesn't really have the best connection here, but I would say it's okay for now. I would say it's probably more important to defend the corner a little bit. If he 3-3s and we don't have a stone here or here, it feels a bit bad. Playing here gives him forcing moves to get the outside stronger, so I don't want to play that one. And if we play this one, they can still jump in here. I'll just back off here. And then he still has some weaknesses over here that he has to worry about later. So now we could just make sure this is nice and strong. Or we can come over here and do something in this corner now. Or we can do something in this corner. So there's 3 corners. If we take one, they take one, we get 2. Well, they only get 1. So I like the idea of just making this corner nice and strong. They defend this corner, then I can take this one. And if they defend this side, then I can come over here. Okay. So he's trying to get everything here. And there's still some weakness here. I think we'll come back over here and do something in this corner. So we can go here. If he tries to block, we can go here and we can cut. Or we can Hane out, connect, which makes these weaker. So we'll just have to, we do have the ladder, so we can also wedge here. And if he cuts, he goes here, and we either ladder this, or we ladder this one. We go here and they Hane, we can just push through, they have to defend. This one's probably the easiest one. If we go here, we push and we have a weak group running out. If we Hane here, white gets really strong and we get stronger on the outside. But this one, we get the corner, and then there's still some weak points for white on the outside. The only bad thing is we have to Hane and connect here, which when they go here, it does hurt us a little bit, but we just run out and we're fine. And this would be our only weak group, and we have stuff to run to. Here though, I don't think we have to do that anymore, because if he played this one, we couldn't play this and Sente. So he blocks here. Now if he goes here, we block. No matter if he does the solid connection or the hang connection, we can just go here and we're alive. So now this group is our weakest group. He has a strong wall here now, so we definitely want to protect this. Just gonna try and make sure we have a strong living shape. Letting him get this Hane here seems pretty bad. So now we're pretty much alive. Well, he didn't really get much here, because we couldn't cut here anyway. So we're out into the center, so playing this is a little bit too slow. While he can push here, we can easily block. I would say running out here is kind of helping defend this group. It's reducing this area, and it's kind of growing this area. So it's kind of doing multiple things at once. Okay, so now he's going to jump in. Weakest stones would probably be this one, if it can get cut off, and then these three. But if he goes here, we can just connect under. And if he goes too far, we cut it off. So these are pretty stable. This stone, because he has this here instead of here, he can't really cut. So I think here, we're just gonna surround the white stone. And because we're strong everywhere, we can be pretty aggressive here. So he has a way to get out here or here. So we're just gonna peep here 2 times to try and fix the weakness here, and also make him a stick so he has a hard time getting eyes. And now we're going to stop him from connecting over here. After he gets all these stones here, there might still be something in the corner, but I think it's pretty solid now. But this is his biggest area of points. His next would be up here, and this is not really points yet. So I would say we probably have more points than white pretty easily. So we don't really need to kill. We just need to not lose all of our points and not let him live too easily. So we could run this out, but then he gets to push here again, and then he gets out. And if he captures, we can always just push through, peep, and it's only 1 eye. So I think we'll just take our points here. And as he tries to get out and make eye shape, he's going to damage his other stones. So we're going to connect here, so now we can cut this off if he doesn't play here. So he's going to try and live. So he lives, but now we can cut these off. Be careful, because if we push in here, we go here, he can extend, we have to extend, and then because of this stone, he can cut us off. So we have to Hane on this side. We'll just go down. Even though he lived and took points, I would say we got close to equal amount on this side. This move is a little too slow. He can't really cut, I don't think. And there wasn't really enough Aji on this side because he could just go here. And if we Hane'd, he just Hane's back. This is still him trying to make points, but we have a chance to make points over here. So we're just going to shoulder hits to reduce his area while growing ours. Pushes, we'll just extend. And we're easily making more than what he's making on this side. And he comes back here to try and live, which maybe that was necessary. I didn't really read it. I'm just going to turn here to reduce his points more and gain more points in the center. Now it's endgame. And I'm not the best at endgame. So not sure if I'll play the biggest moves here, but I'll try. Like the biggest moves may seem like it'd be this one versus this one. This one doesn't seem as big as the other two. And then this Hane and Connect is Gote and doesn't seem as big. While this one, it's trying to cut off this stone. And then there's some weaknesses here later, but I think it's okay. Again, some stuff here, but because of the stone, it's not that big of a deal. And so now I think this one's the biggest one. Which again, I could be wrong, because my end game is really bad. He goes here. And end game, center moves are normally not that big. So I'm just going to continue and play on the corners. Might not be the best way to do this. The other ways didn't seem as good. And score estimator says I'm winning by 44.5. So that was probably the biggest end game, and like I said, probably won't learn too much about end game from me. So I'm probably going to go ahead and end the game here. And thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and maybe learned something. And I'll see you again next Sunday.